Everyone, welcome to the craft room. I had every intention of showing you how I put this quilt top together, and it just did not happen. So you get literally the last seam of this entire thing. Great job, self. But we're going to pin this together to make sure that we get all of our sashing lined up. So I'm not a huge pinner because usually I poke myself, but today I poked myself and I poked myself good. I literally bled on someone else's quilt top. Now I never bleed, but of course, someone else's, you betcha, I'm going to bleed. So I love Dawn Power Wash. It's going to get this out in like no time, but I'm just really irritated that I poked myself and it just bled. So now I get to pretend I have this handicap finger and you'll see it like randomly poking up through the rest of this video. But I really want those seams in that sashing to line up. I've got little colored fabric squares in between the sashing. I call them cornerstones. I'm not sure exactly what they're called. I just kind of make this up as I go, it feels like. But I really want those to line up well so that everything fits smoothly. Because I know, especially because I've worked this hard on this quilt top, that if those are crooked, my OCD is going to say, oh no, girlfriend, you're going to do that again. So we're really trying to combat that perfectionist urge, and we're going to try to do it as best as we can the first time. So here is where we start wrestling with the quilt top because quilt drag is a thing. It's when your quilt top is too freaking heavy and it pulls on the tension of your machine and it gives you a really weird seam. So it's like there's a fine balance of what can sit on the tabletop and what can drape off. And hopefully we found it. So now I'm going to start wrestling for that foot pedal because it never stays where I put it. But then we're going to get cruising on this seam. So every time I come up to those pin marks, I am going to just double check and make sure that everything is lined up. I like sashing a lot. I really like the look that it gives to a quilt top so that the blocks each have their own like individual space, but I don't love the lining up afterwards. I'm not quite sure why I feel that way about it, but I do. So, this is really probably because it's such a particular thing and I'm kind of a wing it kind of gal. So having to be technical about it, I'm like, man, that's not for me. I'll just wing it. But outside of me stabbing myself, this actually goes pretty well. And everything's coming together smoothly. And I'm actually really pleased with this quilt top. I'm not a huge fan of purple, but the customer asked for purple with a little splash of other colors. And I am so happy with how this turned out. Okay, here's the last little bit of the seam. We're going to detach all those pins so I don't stab myself anymore. And then, ooh, oh girl, you move. That was a happy dance in case you didn't know it. I'm just so happy this is over. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I love it. Ooh, field trip. We're going outside. The sunshine is much better outside than it is in my craft room. So, oh, cute. We're going to do a cute little drapey in front of those zinnias. I love zinnias. Those suckers are hardy and they're so beautiful. I love the colors. Ooh, what a nice artistic drape on that chair, self. That looks good. Oh, wait, I'm changing my mind. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, good idea. Now we can see all of it. Oh my gosh, it's so much prettier in the sunshine. Oh my gosh, I didn't know I could love a purple quilt so much. I am pleased as punch. Look how cute that is. Now to go power wash because I gotta get some stuff out of that quilt top.